Hey guys, this is an update to the Gen 4 Glock issues video that I made earlier. I just wanted to send out a quick update to kind of talk about something new that Glock has came out with. Glock has decided to replace another part for the Gen 4 Glocks, and that part is the ejector. Okay, so they've replaced this ejector right here. The ejector says 336 on it. It's kind of pointy and spiky. They've replaced that with the new ejector. The new ejector says 30274 on it, okay? And it's a little bit more squared off and actually has a little twist in it, okay? It's a little bit different. Now I guess that kind of makes sense, right? You have some failures to eject, so you might have an issue with your ejector. I guess that makes sense. I do want to kind of give you a little update. I mean, since I requested the new recoil spring assembly and modified this little bump here, my Glock has functioned just perfectly. The only issue that I had noticed is in my shell casings. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a little dent in the mouth of that shell casing. That's how all my shell casings were coming out. The reason for that is when the slide was moving to the rear, that shell casing was being ejected and slapping against the side of the slide, causing it to have that dent there, which also, is not really great for positive ejection, because that's going to slam against the side of the slide and it's not going to eject amazing. Again, I had put, I don't know, probably 500-600 rounds through this while I was still getting the dents, and after I'd replaced the recoil spring and shaved that down a little bit. And you know what? I hadn't had any issues, but I decided, heck man, I don't want to deal with those bent casings, and the issue's not completely fixed unless those casings are positively ejecting without slamming into the side of the slide. And Glock has definitely fixed that with this new ejector. Okay, that new ejector has been working great for me. I've probably got 300 rounds downrange, 300 to 400 rounds downrange with that new ejector in there. I've had 0 failures with it so far, which is great, and I'm not getting the dents in the end of my shell casings anymore. Okay, again, the old ejector is going to say 336 on it. Your new ejector is going to say 30274. Okay, 30274. How do you get that? Again, contact a Glock Armor. You're going to want to have the serial number for your gun. Request it through the Glock Armor with your serial number. You're probably going to need your contact information, all that stuff along with it. Should be free. When I got mine replaced, it didn't cost me a penny. I had a friend request it for me. I do want to let you know that I have had some response to this video. Some people were like, hey, Glocks suck. They should have had this fixed right when they initially came out with it. They probably should have done a little bit more research on the Gen 4 Glock before they came out with what they have going on right now. Yeah, I give you that. But you know what? It's a phenomenal firearm still. They've replaced the chain. They've made the changes they need to make. All of the new firearms coming out from the factory should be updated with all of these changes. So if you get a brand new Glock from the store, don't worry about it. It should be good to go. If you want to go ahead and check the ejector numbers, check them, just to be double sure. That it hasn't been sitting on the shelves in the gun store for like 2 years before you bought it. But buy with confidence. When you're buying a Glock, you're buying a great gun. There's not very many other guns out there that I think can really rival the Glocks. And I'm not saying Glock is the #1 gun out there. I'm just saying it's a really well built firearm, and don't have any hesitations in buying one. Just go ahead and make sure that if you do buy one that is used and it's a Gen 4 Glock, that these issues have been fixed. If they haven't, and it's a screaming deal, get it anyways and call Glock and have them send you some new parts. They'll send them to you for free. It's just going to take you a little bit longer before you have a flawless firearm. But as I said, don't worry about buying them. They're good guns, and they should take care of you. Anyways, I hope that this video has been helpful for you, and happy shooting.